Hey guys, happy Easter Eve. Is that a thing, Easter Eve?
It is now, because you said it.
It's the night before Easter, so there we go.
All right.
Comments? You
Yep.
trying to find the video?
It's here.
We're going to do a quick live because we want to get back to hanging out with our family. We know that a lot of you guys have some fun stuff going on, but we wanted to show you our haul for the week and also announce the winners to last week's giveaway because we hit 10 million views.
Yep.
We've got 2 winners. Each winner will win one of every single stencil that we carry from Jami Ray Vintage. Woo woo.
That's exciting because, man, you could do a lot of fun stuff with those stencils.
We are pretty excited. And if you guys may have seen some of the stuff already because we did our weekly vlog this morning that showed a little bit of our thrift picking.
Yep, but I think we have a couple things that didn't make it in the vlog. But
I think like one.
Starting out, I think this was $1. It didn't have its lid. It's one of those old style canning jars that used to have the rubber seal and a glass top. This one I think is old.
It's actually old because the color is off.
I have to look at the label. It's got a ball label on it, and I know my friend Jacob Bester sent it a while back in the Jami Ray Vintage group on Facebook. He sent a whole list of all the ball jars and the different kind of styles of the logo.
The color looks off to me, but for $1, it's cute.
Yeah. Was it $1 or $1.50?
I don't know.
Around there.
It'll probably sell for like $4.
We got a fun dove. This one was $1.50. It's got a little bit of pink on there. We're gonna maybe see if we can get that off with the magic eraser. If we can, we like to clean these up, leave them white, but sometimes if they're damaged or whatever, we'll paint them.
Yeah, it's got a maker sticker on the bottom. Here, let me see that real quick.
You gonna see if you can see what it is?
Yeah, I had one in the shop that sold last week. Oh, this is made in Italy.
Yeah, so we'll try to clean it if we can. It has a ton of detail on it.
A Santini, made in Italy. So, there we go. There's that one. So, I don't know how much these are worth, but I usually sell them for like $5 or $6.
Everybody's saying hi, hello.
Hello, hello.
All right, so this was $3. It's cast brass. And it's a little wobbly. I'm gonna have to. It's pressed in like a rivet. It doesn't have a screw to it, so I'll either have to epoxy that or see if I can get something down in there and press that rivet back out so that it's tight, so it doesn't have this little bit of wobble to it. But for $3, we'll clean that up. Not gonna paint this one. This is in good shape. A lot of times we'll get these and they're all gross from tons of years of candles, but that's in good shape there. So.
I liked the scalloped edge.
It's got a maker's mark on there. It's probably not a maker's, well, I don't know. It says Ruble. It's probably the company.
Yeah, it'll probably sell for about $10.
$10. This basket, the #1 basket, also made the cut. It was in the video as well that we did this morning.
How much?
It was $2. And I can't tell if it's authentically
old
or
authentically Hobby Lobby, so
it just looks
it's like a $9.95er, but I just liked it. I thought it was cute. I like anything with numbers. Numbers are way cute. In fact, I am coming out with my own line of well, we have the stencils that I make, and I have numbers that are coming out.
Mom,
what's going on?
there's a mess under my bed.
Oh,
the
no.
windows out and there's clothes.
Okay, well, let's not worry about that.
Sorry, Jack came to tattle that Harrington probably shoved clothes under their bed.
Yeah.
So after the live, we'll get to take care of that. Fun stuff. What we're talking about, oh, numbers. I have a font that I've been working on for numbered stencils, so I'm excited about that. Probably in the next couple weeks, I'll have my next line out. This one's cute. I like this one.
So this little clock was over with the baskets when we were thrifting, and it opens up in the back, or not clock, this church.
For a tea light?
I imagine that you could put a little candle or tea light in there. It opens up. It's got lots of places it can vent, so no issues there. And it's made out of metal, so
We'll probably paint it white swan.
putting a candle in there is not an issue.
That's cute.
It's not super big. You can see here next to my hand. But
Okay, I'm gonna look at comments. Ooh,
mostly people saying hi tonight.
there's a lot more words than hi there.
Mostly hi. I said mostly.
Oops. Oh!
Sorry for the loudness.
Sorry, I had to put this frame. Okay.
All right. Well, while Jamie's looking at comments, I'll show you this frame she just knocked over. It's It's kind of gold all the way around. It'll be real cool. It's already got some green accents to it. We'll probably either do white or green like we do. It'll also look pretty good with like a blue color on there, I think. It was $3. We usually sell these 12 to 15. If we put some art in it, it'll be closer to 20. But it's about the right size for the printables we do. We're always looking for stuff like that. We print them off too and sell them in our shop. They've actually sold fairly well. So we've been having fun with that. So you guys are benefiting if you're part of the channel membership. You get the printables every month. You guys get that, but we also, it gives me an excuse to do art, so I love it. All right, this clock was $5. I couldn't pass it up. We're kind of full on clocks. It's got like some scrape or something goopy over here. Don't know if the mechanism works. I'll have to throw a battery up in that and see.
We'll probably paint it like a darker color so that way the lighter cream comes through.
Yep.
What we like to do is things like this, since we already have a few in the shop, we'll paint it, and then as they sell, we'll pull it out. We actually have had a very busy couple of weeks in the shop. Lots of things I'm selling. In fact, I think I have a bunch of stuff just kind of sitting on the floor because furniture has sold. But one of the things I went in this week was a bread box sold and a couple of other things sold. And I was so glad that we had all that stuff out of the garage finished, because instead of like worrying about what I was going to put in the space, I just went shopping down in the basement of the shop and pulled inventory out. So our goal, now that we've got like some smalls backlogged, our goal is to also get some furniture, some different sizes of furniture painted and finished. So that way when things sell, we don't have to like stress out. Molly has said we can use a portion of the basement to carry inventory. So we're gonna do that. And that's smart. If you have a way to get ahead on projects and store them, if you have a retail space, then when things sell, you're not stressed out trying to get new things. You've already got them. All right, next.
So we're actually almost out of our things in the basement. I thought we had a ton of stuff down there, but the gals at the shop have been pulling stuff out as it sells.
We have some stuff in the basement, but then we also have stuff like in the upstairs back area. So we got some stuff.
So this was $3. It's just a long galvanized tray with two handles on the end. We're thinking we'll probably clean it up. It's got some inconsistencies in the coloration on the metal, but we don't want to completely get rid of that and just maybe even leave it alone. I think if we do paint it, it'll get like a chippy milk paint. We've done that on galvanized metal before, but
I wasn't gonna paint it.
Yeah, I think we'll leave it alone. It's totally farmhouse.
I just think it'd be so cool in the middle of a table or a coffee table with a vignette in it, maybe some candlesticks.
Well, it's got that trough kind of vibe going.
Yeah.
So
I love that. So I think that works out really well for long, skinny farmhouse tables. And this was the. Oh, you're cuter than I am.
No way.
Zep picked out the thumbnail for our blog, and it's me doing this. And it wasn't a picture we took, it was just a still shot of something I actually did in video. And Zeb asked me if he could use it. I was like, I'll be a goofball for views. So anyways.
We're assuming this was on like a small vanity or something like that.
Dresser,
it probably had a mirror in it at some point. I don't think it's been screwed into anything, so it just sat. So this will be fun. We might pair it with a dresser or a small vanity if we can find something like that. Or we might just sell it as is. Jamie was thinking we could either put a mirror in it, or it would also be fun to do like a chalkboard on the back, and then someone could set it on like a shop shelf. Sorry, if I'm slurring my S's. I recently got Invisalign, which is basically like invisible braces, and I'm having trouble saying some words. So I'll tell you about that in a little bit.
Yeah, they may look a little shiny. It's just his invisible braces that we got going on.
I'm getting my teeth fixed.
Yep.
So, and this was the best option because I grind at night, and traditional braces were not going to work. So we opted for this. I went to 3 different orthodontists and about 6 different dentists to land on this solution.
Zeb, you want to move that stuff so we don't knock it all over when we show them the test? This is probably the find of the week. It's really cool, and we're actually not doing anything to it other than cleaning it because we like the color, and we'll show you some fun stuff about the chest. Now, the chest was $25. It'll probably sell, I mean, it's not in perfect shape, so it's probably going to sell for about $95 to $125 in our shop.
All right, so I'm going to take the camera off and give you guys a fly around because this is big and it's got a lot of cool details and a lot of cool stuff on the inside too. And we think it is actually older than it says it is. This is from Air Force Base, Little Rock, Arkansas. staff sergeant up here, and his trunk ended up in Utah, but it used to have a lock. We don't have the key for this, but it does have these cool clasps here that keep it closed.
Oh, thanks, Lakin Hughes. Did I say that right? Is it Lakin or?
And when you open it up,
Oh, Zeb's in the middle of a tour, and I'm saying thank you.
check out the inside there. It used to be lined. It's been painted black. It's got a tray that sits up. I don't know if it'll still sit up. I might repair that. Watch your head. I don't want it to...
Oh, I got this.
Well, it's got a clasp back here.
Oh, okay.
So it's got this fun tray that's in here. So we'll clean it all up. Oh, the tray does sit up on top real nice. So, and then it's obviously been shipped. This is probably a stamp from either the base or the postal service. And then, oh, I don't need to turn that sideways. I was like, hey,
You guys can see in our dirty pantry.
Oh, the pantry's not dirty. It's just dark in there.
I'm gonna shut the door. Shut the door.
It's not dirty.
It's not really dirty.
But it's got like an old shipping stamp label on there. And just lots of cool detail. It's missing the handle over here, the leather strap that would have come with it. And it's got a couple of small wheels.
It's also missing a nail back here.
Yeah, I might fix that too, just so that it's usable. But lots of cool detail on that for 25 bucks. We're not gonna paint it. We're gonna leave it as is and sell it like that. We'll just clean it up, do a couple repairs here, and it'll be good to go.
Kirsten says you must have great kids. They never bug us doing filming. They just
Oh, they were
bugged
just
us.
up here.
No, they're pretty good. They know
Yeah.
that this is what mom and dad do for work. So for the most part, they let us be and they let us do our job.
Yeah. Except for if Jack thinks that justice needs to be served.
Yeah, like right now Jack's mad because Harrington is supposed to hang up his clothes and it looks like he shoved them under his bed. So good stuff. How much for the trunk? So the trunk was $25 and we'll probably sell it for somewhere between $95 and $125, which is a pretty decent profit considering all we're gonna do is like clean it up and just make sure it's sturdy. We're not gonna paint it. In fact, somebody said, I can't wait to see what you do with the trunk. And I'm like, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, we're gonna clean it, sturdy it up a couple places
Oh,
where it
welcome
needs
new member
sturdying.
Lakin Hughes. Yay! We're gonna do a video, probably not next week because I'm going out of town. Next week I'm going to California. I'll be with Mara from Vintage Retail Therapy during a class on Friday at the store in Fallbrook. And then Saturday I'll be with Debbie from Debbie's Design Diary during a class and I'm staying at Debbie's all weekend. However, when I get back, we're gonna do a video all about channel membership because I know a lot of people are new to it and have questions and we thought that might help people figure out how to use channel membership to the best.
Yep, it'll be good. So I'm trying to convince Jamie, and I don't know if they're gonna have time. They may have time constraints. I'm trying to convince her to go thrifting with Debbie and go live with Debbie in California. But we'll see if that happens.
We'll
they're
see.
gonna be very busy teaching classes.
We'll
so.
for sure film, but I fly in Thursday. I have a class Friday night, class Saturday morning. Then Debbie and I have to have a little bit of fun, and we're gonna do a collaboration video. So at the very least, you'll get some fun videos from me and Debbie while we're together. And we wanna just have fun.
All right, so what you guys all tuned in for, we have the giveaway that we need to do that Jamie was talking about at the beginning of this video. 2 people are going to win a full set of every stencil that we make, the JRV stencils. So there were 606 comments on that video that were unique comments, not repeated comments. So you guys are going to watch with me here. We're going to just start this. There might be some ads, but it'll be all right. It's picking. Can you guys see that? Randomly picking. We've got somebody. Kay Pace. All right. Her comment was, giveaway, love learning from you guys. So Kay Pace. Can you see that there? There we go.
If you're Kay, be sure to email customercare@jamirayvintage.com. We will type that in the description when we're no longer live. And if Caitlin, if you're on, if you could type your email address, customercare@jamirayvintage.com. Kay sent your information, your mailing address, and we will get those mailed out to you.
All right, we're going to do another one. Cross your fingers. It's going. Alice Werney, you are the winner. Giveaway, I really love the mirror. Oh, that was the mirror that we did when we were, that everybody has loved.
That mirror, I have to tell you guys, so if you guys watched last Saturday's live, we did a mirror And it was really simple. We sanded the back and painted over the areas that we sanded on the actual mirror, and then we used the IOD parenthesis. I can't even, flora parenthesis.
There's a couple extra eyes in there.
I can never say it right. But anyways, that is the most liked photo I've ever seen on Instagram, and it actually got picked up by a trending hashtag, French country style, I think. And it got over 100,000 views on Instagram, which is crazy because I only have 20,000 followers and 100,000 people followed it. So that is definitely the power of Instagram if you use hashtags. And so I kind of, and every time I do a mirror and I put an IOD transfer on it, it does really well. Although oddly enough, my friend bought it and she picked it up today and the back fell off. So Zeb had to,
I didn't have enough staples in the back.
Zeb had to fix that, and we will be delivering it to my friend this next week. And it was funny because I told him when he was stapling it, I'm like, I don't think those are enough staples. And he was like, no, it's fine, it's good. And then she came to pick it up. We weren't home, and she picked it up, and my daughter's like, the back fell off. Thank goodness the mirror did not break when the back fell off, but we're good. Congratulations to both the winners, and another thank you to everybody who has watched a video, shared our channel, given us a thumbs up, a comment, a like. That's how we got to 10 million views. And actually, where are we at now? Aren't we pretty close to...
We're 640 something channel members. Is that what you're talking about?
No, views. Aren't we close to 11 million now?
No, we're at like 10.4.
Well, that's close to 11 to me. And our channel membership is great. We're excited for next month. We've got some fun things planned. So if you haven't joined our channel membership, definitely check it out. There's a bunch of extra perks. You get emojis and you get a little bird by your name. And then on top of that, you get 2 extra videos and a printable and a chapter in our book. So we appreciate all that. Do we have any questions?
So I can't say that name. Keka Pania Pet Services. I just bought the Apothecary and White Swan chalk paints from you and was wondering if I do need to buy the Sweet Pickins brush to use or can just use a regular paintbrush.
Any paintbrush is fine. And I don't know, there's no Sweet Pickins. She's probably thinking Paint Pixie. A Paint Pixie brush is gonna make your job a little bit easier, but any paintbrush will put on the paint. So just keep in mind that it you know, the better the brush, the easier the job. But you don't have to go out and buy everything. Rome wasn't built in a day. I used the same paintbrush for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And it was not an expensive one. That's how I started in this business. I couldn't afford another one. What were you looking for?
I was looking at stuff and you just scrolled through it. Julie Marie, sorry, we are only picking 2 winners. Keep watching, we'll do more giveaways.
All right, guys, if you guys have any questions about channel membership, you can always email customercare@jamirayvintage.com. Caitlin is very good about getting back to you. If you email her this weekend, it's probably not going to be till next week because we're taking tomorrow off since it's Sunday and Easter. So
Angie Koenig has a question before we go. Will the milk paint work over a shiny surface to still get the chippy look?
That's hard because if it's super shiny, you need to add bond. And if you add too much bond, it won't chip. But then you can wet distress and maybe that does it. So I don't know if that answers your question, but it could. Milk paint is one of those things that I either get messages that people love it or messages that people hate it because they can't figure it out. I love it. It took me like 5 or 6 tries to get used to it, and now I've learned some tips and tricks that I try to share on my videos on how to get it to do what I want. But even now, sometimes I'm like, oh, I didn't know it was going to do that. So, all right. Do we have any other questions that we need to answer? It's already Sunday in Australia. You are up late. Newsflash, we did not get the Easter baskets painted for my kids, and guess what? Those Easter baskets that we showed you last week, they're just getting them unpainted.
Yeah.
And they're not sad about it. They're gonna be okay.
No.
All right.
So, real quick on the Invisalign, what they're doing, I grind my teeth super bad at night, and I have a guard that I wear, but I throw it out, and sometimes I pull it out, so I've got these Invisalign on, and I gotta wear them 22 hours a day.
So we're gonna be filming with them.
So I'm gonna have them in filming, so you guys may see me slurring some words or whatever, so that's what's going on, but they're basically moving all my teeth around, and then I'm gonna get like the front 16 teeth capped once I've had these on for about 1.5 years, so.
But we're super excited.
Bear with us.
His teeth, he has ground them almost completely gone, and it's been a lot of years that we haven't been able to afford it, but thanks to YouTube and paint sales and everything, we're finally fixing his teeth, so we're excited about that. So thank you for that. If we haven't answered your question here and you still need more information, be sure to comment. We'll try to answer your questions later. Or if you email Caitlin, she can help you out, help you find videos and whatnot. All right, do we have anything else we're missing?
Someone must have asked about veneer.
Somebody also asked about golden ticket. So if you go to my paint pour video, I have a paint pour video where I do DIY paint. I used golden ticket on that video. You can also use it over the top of any paint. It's kind of translucent, so you want to have a paint underneath, and it gives you like a metallic finish, and it also has built-in top coat. So you can get some really great looks if you've got something painted and you just want to hand paint some metallic details on it. Golden ticket is amazing.
So there's a couple other questions. I'm guessing Teresa Radford asking what favorite sealer is over milk paint or fairy chalk paint. We use wax.
Clear wax by DIY. So pick its top coat, big top.
And oil wax is also great.
Oil wax
over
also
the milk
great.
paint. Super cool.
Yes.
So I think that's about it. Most everybody's wishing everybody happy Easter. And Marian Marco, you mentioned where to find the pieces in the community section of YouTube. Can you tell me where that is again? Thanks. So we haven't been putting as many pieces in the finished section. You're going to be able to see the finished pieces more in the Friday vlogs. We'll show pictures of them and the completed piece and maybe the end of the process as we go. That way you can see them there. We're using community mostly for channel members now, so it doesn't get a bunch of posts in there, so that people can easily find the links that they need for the channel member perks. So
you can also go to Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's
I just
good.
didn't want you to leave that out. That's the easiest way. If you want to see our finished projects, actually Instagram, hands down, the easiest way to see my finished projects. Because if you go to my page, it's just all photos, the way that Instagram works. So that's where I would go. We used to use community as well, but like I said, we're now that we have channel membership, we were finding that channel members could not find the membership posts because they were jumbled with everything else.
Yeah.
So we're pretty much using the community for announcements that we need to make and channel membership, and that's it. So if you want pictures, you want to see finished projects, go to Instagram, just Instagram.com/Jami Ray Vintage or Facebook.com/Jami Ray Vintage.
So a couple quick questions. Mel Cooper, when are you going to have grain sack stencils?
I've already put the stencil designs into my stencil manufacturer, so I'm waiting on proofs that hopefully I will have next week, and so hopefully a couple of weeks, but I don't know, because we send in design work, then they send us back proofs, and we kind of go back and forth, but they have been turned in, so
all right,
check that off my list.
You got 10 seconds to answer this one.
What?
Trish Hedges. How do you decide when not to paint a piece?
When I don't want to.
Oh, she's done.
No, if I like the way the wood looks, I don't paint it, but that doesn't happen very often. Or if I decide that I think that my booth needs more natural wood. Sometimes I feel like there's just too much paint, and so I'll throw in a natural wood piece, and if it doesn't sell, then I'll paint it later or throw something else in. So I guess that's not really a decisive answer, but that's kind of how I roll.
No, you can't look. Don Newsom.
Why can't I look?
Because you get distracted. Don Newsom, does Big Top dry quickly? It does dry about as quick as paint dries, but paints, sealers, even waxes can take up to 30 days to cure. So if you're planning on using something right away, go easy on them for that first month, because they're susceptible to scratches and dents and chipping and things like that if you've just done them recently.
Yeah. And we did a video all on DIY clear wax, and we talk about what's called the wax freakout factor. You put the wax on, it looks all splotchy. Give it 24 hours and buff it, and that should even out. I will tell you that clay paint will have highs and lows, and if you stop and start with your paintbrush a lot, you're gonna have a little bit more of a choppy finish. So the best way to get a nice clean finish with DIY paint is long, even brush strokes. And then when you put the wax on, wait 24 hours, and then you're gonna give it a good buff. If it's still a little bit splotchy, throw on another coat of wax. Sometimes people don't get that wax all over evenly, and that will affect the way it looks when you're done. But once you get it down, it's a beautiful finish.
All right, last question. Angela Goins, how are you planning on painting the candlestick? So E6000, like you said, would probably work to get the wobbly out. I'm going to try to peen mine so that the metal is compressed against it and it's tight. We'll see if that works. I'll probably end up gluing it as well with E6000 or something similar. But we're just gonna clean it up and get it unwobbly. We like the finish and the patina on it, so we're not gonna mess with that.
All right, I think that's good. I don't know. I don't see anything else. So
yeah. All right, guys. We will see you next week. I'm gonna try to get as many videos as I have out. Jamie's leaving Wednesday, and we also have a lot of
I leave
prep.
Thursday.
Oh, you leave Thursday. We also have a lot of prep to do to get her ready and to send things over to California for classes so they get there in time. So we will we'll continue on the yard. We got to get some furniture going out there in the yard.
Whew, I don't know if that's gonna happen
Underneath
next week,
the
but we'll
pavilion, and we got to paint some of these things, maybe do some repairs on that, and we will see what videos we have. I'm hoping to have a regular schedule. Maybe you guys will get a Zeb and Jack video going.
The pavilion is still standing. If you want to join channel membership, if you go to any of our recent videos since January, if you click the little down button in the description, there's a link to channel membership. Or if you're on a computer, next to the subscribe button is a join button, and that should help you get there. All right, love you guys.
All right.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Have a great weekend.
Good night.